I tested all three for 30 days straight. I gave them the exact same tasks: writing, research, coding, creativity, and answering tough questions. And the results genuinely surprised me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which AI to use and when. Let's get into it. Welcome to Cup of Joe AI Edition, where we break down AI tools in plain English, no jargon required. I'm glad you're here. Quick note before we dive in. All three of these tools have free tiers. You don't need to spend $1 to follow along. Links to all three are in the description. Let's start with a quick overview of each one before we get into the head-to-head matchups. First up, ChatGPT by OpenAI. This is the one that started it all. Launched in late 2022, it went from 0 to 100 million users faster than any app in history. The free version runs on GPT-4o. It's versatile, widely used, and has the biggest library of third-party plugins and integrations. Next, Claude by Anthropic. This is the underdog that a lot of people sleep on. Claude is known for writing that actually sounds human, handling long documents, and following complex instructions better than the others. The free version is Claude Sonnet, genuinely impressive. And finally, Gemini by Google. This is Google's answer to ChatGPT. The big advantage here is that Gemini is connected to the internet by default. It can pull real-time information without you needing a paid plan. It also integrates directly with Google Docs, Gmail, and Google Drive, which is a huge plus if you're in the Google ecosystem. Let's start with writing. Emails, scripts, blog posts, social media captions. This is probably the most common use case for most people. I gave all three the exact same prompt. Write a 200-word Instagram caption for a post about productivity tips. Tone. Motivational, but not cheesy. ChatGPT gave me a solid caption. Well-structured, hit the right tone, used good formatting. 8 out of 10. Claude gave me something that felt genuinely human. It didn't use the typical AI phrases like "in today's fast-paced world" or "game changer." It just sounded like a real person wrote it. 9.5 out of 10. Gemini was decent, but leaned a bit generic. It got the job done, but I'd want to edit it more. 7 out of 10. Winner for writing, Claude. If you're writing anything that needs to sound human, emails, scripts, captions, Claude is your tool. Round 2. Research. Finding information, summarizing topics, answering factual questions. I asked all three. What are the most effective ways to grow a YouTube channel in 2025? ChatGPT gave a thorough answer, but its knowledge cuts off at a certain date, so some of its advice felt slightly dated. Gemini absolutely won this round. Because it's connected to the internet in real time, it pulled current data, recent YouTube policy changes, and up-to-date growth strategies. For anything research-based, Gemini is the move. Claude was strong, but like ChatGPT has a knowledge cutoff on the free tier. Winner for research, Gemini. Anytime you need current information, real-time data, or recent news, use Gemini. Round 3, coding. Writing scripts, debugging, building automations. I gave all three. Write me a Python script that takes a list of email addresses and removes any duplicates. All three got it right, but the differences were in how they explained it. ChatGPT gave clean code with good comments. It's been trained on more code than almost any other model. It shows. 9 out of 10. Claude wrote clean code and gave the clearest explanation of what each line does. Great if you're learning. 9 out of 10. Gemini worked, but the explanation was harder to follow. 7.5 out of 10. Winner for coding. Tie between ChatGPT and Claude. ChatGPT for complex projects, Claude if you're learning and want things explained clearly. Round 4, handling long documents, uploading a PDF, summarizing a report, analyzing a contract. This is where Claude pulls ahead significantly. Claude has one of the largest context windows of any free AI, meaning it can read and process much longer documents without losing track of the beginning by the time it gets to the end. I uploaded a 40-page business report to all three and asked for a summary with key takeaways. Claude nailed it, accurate, well organized, caught nuances from page 35 that the others missed. ChatGPT did well but struggled slightly with the length on the free tier. Gemini summarized it but missed some key details from the later sections. Winner for long documents, Claude. Not even close. So here's the bottom line. There is no single winner. The smartest move is to use all three for what they're each best at. Use Claude for writing, scripts, emails, long documents, anything that needs to sound human. Use Gemini for research, current events, real-time information, anything Google related. Use ChatGPT for coding, plugins, integrations, general everyday tasks. All three are free. Bookmark all three. Rotate based on the task. That's how you get the best results. And that's it. ChatGPT versus Claude versus Gemini, broken down task by task so you know exactly which one to reach for. If this video helped you, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow and helps more beginners find content like this. Subscribe to Cup of Joe AI Edition for weekly AI tools, tutorials and tips served simple. New video every week. No jargon, no fluff, just practical stuff you can actually use. I'll see you in the next one.